Okay, start talk. Is it starting already?
Yeah, it's live.
Oh, right there. That's the
Yeah,
camera?
that's one of your cameras right there.
And then
This
you
is
guys
my
gonna
camera.
blend it in afterwards.
Yeah, we're gonna blend it in. That's your way of saying what? Splice it up.
Yeah.
Is that what older people say? Splice it up, or they say cut it up?
That's how I
Blend.
think they say splice.
What do you say? When people, I hear a lot of older people say this, but or we say it's screenshot when you take a screenshot of your phone. Do you guys say?
Right.
What do you guys say?
Just take a picture.
Or just
Take a photo. Yeah.
Oh, photo. No,
Nothing you
I
ever
heard
read.
someone say. I heard them say. What was it? Cap cut or.
No,
I heard
that's just
some
by-
older guy say something else
a
because
caption.
we say
Not a caption.
No,
A
no, no,
caption,
'cause we
you
say-
write something underneath.
we say screenshot, but someone said I forget what it's called. Some capture something. I don't know.
Oh.
But there's a different word for that. But
no,
anyway,
just
yeah,
a pic, just a photo.
picture. Yeah. But anyway, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm here with my dad,
Hello, everybody.
the one and only Tom Tuinei.
Ha.
I heard in high school your nickname was Terrible Tom Tuinei.
Sometimes for football.
For
Once
football.
in a while, just for a caption.
Terrible Tom
I
Tuinei.
used to play linebacker. That's why middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker,
Yeah.
the biggest middle linebacker you ever seen.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
6'4".
6'4".
So I was probably around 6'2", 6'3" in my senior year in high school.
Oh, you grew after senior year.
Probably around there. 6'2",
Shoot.
6'3", 6'4".
I wish I grew after my senior
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to grow.
maybe.
Yeah, some people. I mean, it's tough. Like I'm like almost a foot shorter than you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are you, 5?
I think
I'm going to give you
five-
some. 5'10"?
I think 5'9".
5'9",
True
yeah.
5'9".
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got the Portuguese side. You got that from your mom's side.
I know. you chose love over height.
Yeah.
You could have easily took one 6'2" Samoan from Kahuku.
Could have. But your mom caught my eye, so that was it after that. Okay?
Yeah. And some people don't notice, but your name is Tumua as well.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes.
It's Tumua Uotasi. That's
It's
her name.
Tumua Uotasi.
Because I'm the third
Well, you're the third. I'm junior.
junior.
I was Tumua before you was Tumua.
That's right. Yeah.
But your grandpa, my
Yeah.
dad, he's a senior. I'm junior. You're the third.
Yeah.
And it's the whole thing. It's Tumua Uotasi that makes it special.
Tumua Uotasi.
Right.
What does it mean?
It means it's like I explain it to a lot of guys. It's just like the Kamehameha the Great. There's only one Kamehameha the Great. You go Kamehameha the Great. Then there's also Kamehameha the Second, the
Yep.
Third, and the Fourth. But Tumua Uotasi, the Tasi part is one in Samoan. So it's like a chief of all chiefs, but you're the great, the chief, the number one guy, the leader of all the chiefs.
The number one guy.
Yeah,
That's right.
So the Tumua is a beautiful name, but the Uotasi brings it more out,
That's right.
if that makes sense to you.
Yeah. You heard that, guys.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Only
Chief of
one.
all
Only
chiefs.
one. Only one Tumua
Chief of all
Uotasi.
chiefs,
Chief of all chiefs.
yes.
But I'm the third.
Yeah. Yes.
That's right. And why do they? People know you as Tom. Why do they call you Tom?
Probably because of my mom, your grandmother.
Yeah, I remember you told me. I don't know if it was true, but you said the teachers in your class couldn't pronounce your name.
Yeah, but I think your grandmother used to just call me since I was a baby and all that.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one who raised us, and so for some reason she didn't want to call me Tumua, and I don't know what the reasons is and everything. But she just ended up calling me Tom. Tom is not even in my birth certificate. It's just a nickname.
Yeah.
and it's stuck from.
Is it on your
that-
ID? No, yeah.
No, it's our nickname. It's not even on my birth certificate.
Right. People think that's the English version of our name, Tom.
Yes, some guys get mixed up.
When I was in Ilima Intermediate, the first day of school, because the teacher knew who you were. I guess he was from Waianae, and he seen my name on the paper on the roll call, and he said Tom, and I didn't answer. He was Tom, and I was like, oh, I think you're talking about me. But you can call me Tumua. People don't call me Tom.
Right. I made a habit of, me and your mom made a habit of it, of calling you Tumua.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think a lot of guys get mixed up. They think Tom, that's why they call you, a lot of times people call you Tom Mua, because they
Yeah.
think Tom is part of Tumua.
Oh, I never
when
thought of
in
that.
actuality, it's Tumua.
Yeah.
But they just call you Tom Mua because
Yeah.
they see me as Tom and they add the UA to
Yeah.
it.
I hate when people call me Tumua or they spell my name Tamua. Whenever I get
Yeah.
an email, this is for people listening too. When I get an email or a text with "Hey Tumua," I just don't respond.
Right, for real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I want them to spell it correctly. Tumua.
I correct my friends once in a while.
Yeah.
And I just put that, by the way, that BTW, by the way, it's Tumua, not Tumua.
Yeah.
But they don't get it. I don't
Yeah, they're like,
understand.
okay, why are you telling me this?
But she called me that since I was a kid, since I was an infant. And then my sisters and my brother have been calling me that, and it's stuck ever since. And then I go as Tom Tuinei.
Tom, yeah.
But a couple of my friends call me Tumua. I have a couple guys from I work with, and even when I went to school with, there's a handful of them.
Yeah, I hear some people saying that.
Yeah.
Do you regret that people called you Tom? Like, do you wish your name was Tumua?
When I got older, yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of went because the Tom is not. First of all, Tom is not even my name, and I like the way it sounds too, Tumua.
Yeah.
And I wish they did call me that earlier time, but like I said, a handful calls me, and so it's cool.
It got to a point where like everyone just calling you Tom, like whatever already.
But we make it a habit. Everybody calls you Tumua. They don't call you anything short of that anyway. Your name is Tumua Tashi, but they don't go around calling you.
In football in college, like some coaches called me Tui too.
Oh yeah,
that's because of Uncle Mark too.
They call Uncle Mark Tui a lot.
Yeah. People, don't. If you didn't know, my dad played in the NFL for how long? How many years?
Just one. The
NFL's
second year I
1
got
year.
released, got into some trouble.
Yeah.
And then I went up to Canadian Football League. My agent got me up there, and I played like 6 years up there.
6 years, okay. So like 7 years total of pro ball.
Yeah, 7, 8 years. Yeah, way
Awesome.
long time
Yeah,
ago.
you did it, and that was your dream from when you were a kid.
Oh yes, yeah.
Let's go back to like how old were you when you first played football?
Oh, we used to play when we was in elementary school, but I didn't play no organized ball.
Yeah, I mean like organized ball.
Organized ball is from 9th grade, but I've been
Ninth grade.
playing since elementary when you do play pickup games. It's
Play
not like
outside.
back then it's a little bit more different than it is now. All the kids play outside, play behind the house, telephone pole to telephone pole, use that as the goal post or whatnot.
Everyone just stays home now, yeah?
Everybody
And on-
stays in their room and they're on their iPhone.
iPhone,
Yeah.
was never like that when you was growing up. Never
No.
even have phone.
Never have phone.
Never have phone.
Right. Only had pay phone and the home and the
And you
phone
grew
at
up in
home.
Wainai.
Wainai.
Wainai. Nanakuli,
Yes.
to be exact. And then
Right.
you moved to Makaha.
Nanakuli, and then we stayed there for all the way through high school.
Yeah.
And then my mom, your grandmother, moved down to Makaha after.
What was so what years is this? Like when you're a child? What was that?
That's back in about 1963, 58, 59. Because I was born in 1958.
Okay, so like
This is
around
1963, I'm
so
fine
late
from
so late
kindergarten.
late
so-
60s then?
Yes.
When you was like
Yeah.
10, 12 years old.
Yeah.
But what was Waianae like back then? Because I know now they get that perspective of like, oh, it's kind of rugged. They tell the tourists stay away from that side, or like, oh, that's Waianae. Was it like that back then? Was that known
Yes,
for?
yeah.
It always was.
It's still stereotyped from back when I was raised there till today.
Yeah.
It's a rough neighborhood and all that, but a lot of the people, they're nice. They're local people. They're cool. A lot of aloha.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of action there too, and it's rough. It's hard, but we get by, and I don't know what else to say, but it's
Nice beaches.
It's beautiful
Yeah,
beaches.
beautiful beaches.
Right.
Yeah.
And not too many football wise. Back then, when I was playing ball, the community was hopping.
Yeah.
They was all excited. And some guys might not believe me when I tell them, but it's like Kahuku is today.
Yeah.
Kahuku, the community
It's a
support.
powerhouse team.
But they take it to even higher level. But Waianae, back in the day when I was playing ball back there, the community support, everything was unreal. That's what we're missing now. We're missing that at the
For Waianae, the
teams,
football team.
the football
Yeah.
teams, the basketball, the soccer, but especially the football. Waianae known for football.
Yeah.
But now it's so diverse. Before it didn't have couple A. didn't have Mililani.
Right.
Those schools came way afterwards, and so now they're taking away the talent. Besides
Who was the top schools back then?
back when I was playing,
Yeah. Tuinei.
off Tuinei,
Koku.
no Tuinei, Kamehameha was
not
there.
even Koku.
'Cause St. Louis didn't even start their reign yet till a couple of years later. Was Kamehameha, Tuinei, Lelehu was in the mix too,
Oh, Lelehoa.
and. The OA was good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. And I had a great coach, Coach Ginoza.
Larry Ginoza.
Larry Ginoza.
Yeah.
He's an icon. He's legendary
Is
over
he
there.
still alive?
Yes, he is.
Oh, he is. Wow.
Yeah.
I remember I met him a few times when I was with you.
Oh, yeah.
When you went to talk to the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great coach. And I had a great position coach too, Coach Maeda. And he was a linebacker coach, and he passed away years ago too. But he was another. I was blessed with having good coaches throughout my playing from college. I mean, from high school, college, and even up in pro.
So you're playing for Waianae High School, 9th grade, first year ever playing football.
Right.
Were you on varsity or JV?
No, JV.
JV, 9th grade.
Yeah.
10th grade, you went
JV.
JV again?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was lanky. I was skinny and all that, and then.
Were you playing linebacker at JV?
No, I was playing lineman.
D-line.
O-line.
O-line.
9th grade O-line. 10th grade I was playing O-line, I think tight end. And then my junior year, varsity, played tight end. And then my senior year, they put me as a middle linebacker.
Oh, you didn't play defense your junior year?
No.
You only played defense your senior
My
year?
senior year.
Oh, wow.
So, and I guess they liked the way I moved around on the basketball court.
Yeah.
You saw my movement, my agility, and everything. And so I was huge for a middle linebacker.
Yeah, that's unheard of.
Yeah, 6'3", 6'4", and I was like easy 225, easy 220, somewhere around that neighborhood.
Lanky, yeah. That's a weird size to put a linebacker, especially now. You see all these linebackers, they're average like 5'10", 5'11", and kind of a little heavier too,
Right.
stocky. But they put a tall, lanky guy right in the middle.
And then I had a good one. We had good, and we went my
And
senior
you was
year.
wearing number 88, right?
88's my number for
88.
my life. Yes, right here too.
That's
88 strong, right here, dog.
And that's a different number too to put at linebacker. You don't really see that.
Yes, because that's a tight end number.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Right.
why. And so you just kept it
Right.
and played on defense.
But you know what
with
the
it.
numbers are nowadays, right?
They have like 0 now.
And but even for the linemen, the D linemen, they like the defensive end. They like the number 5. They like single digits
now. Yeah.
I probably would go for one of those if I was playing.
Yeah,
today's
single
one.
digits. Yeah.
As,
I remember when I was playing,
defense.
all the single digits went quick.
Oh, yeah, they go,
everyone wanted them.
yeah, but I 88 became my number.
Yeah.
And then I got him up in college, and because I asked for it,
Yeah.
and I got that up there. And then up in Canada, I got it after a couple of years. They got it. They switched the numbering system around.
So let's go back senior year high school, linebacker. That's where you found your groove. You would say like when did it click to you? Like, okay, this is my position. Is it because you started making more plays, or did it just feel easier to play
it's just,
linebacker?
just for the love of the game.
Yeah.
I know that's cliche, but I liked it since elementary school. Football. We used to play pickup games, and I used to have posters in my room, and I used to have them up in the wall and said my number one goal. And I used to look at them, and I used to read books about different guys, Dick Butkus and all those kind of guys, the running backs, Scale Sayers or whatnot. And the Waianae is a football team, a football community, a football place, and I always wanted to be a starting guy over there. I wanted to play. I wanted to represent, and then so I put the work in, working out, because I was real skinny in 9th grade, but I just kept on going and then kept on training and all that. By the time my senior year, I guess I just bloomed into it, and it just took off. And then we actually went undefeated all the way to the championship game, and we lost to Kamehameha. Right,
Yeah.
lost.
You remember the score?
Well, yeah, 2014. Funny how you don't forget. That's way back in 1975, but it stuck inside here. And it was against Kamehameha, and that was against Blaine Geisen.
Okay.
He was the quarterback for Kamehameha. And a bunch of those guys went to UH afterwards.
Yeah.
So we had scholarships. We had like 5 or 6 of them from Kamehameha. And they only had me from Waianae coming inside there.
You was the only guy from Waianae.
Yeah.
And so you had an offer from University of Hawaii scholarship.
Yes, University
then
of Hawaii,
who else?
Arizona State University, and University of Washington. Those are the 3 big schools that wanted me.
Yeah, and you chose to stay home.
I chose to stay home, but I almost went to Washington. I not
Washington
almost,
State?
No, University of Washington, the one that's in the playoffs right now.
Yeah,
I almost went to that school.
Oh.
I forgot who's the coach back there. He's a big time coach, Coach James.
Yeah. You went to? Did you go on a visit up there?
Yeah.
Oh, they flew you up.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then when you go up to the school, a couple of the players up there, they take you around.
Yeah.
So the guy that took me around was Dwayne Aquina, and he was from
He's from
Puno.
Hawaii. Yeah.
And then I forgot the other guy. I think Galoya, his last name was from.
Also, he was already up there. They brought Hawaii guys with you up there. I mean, they gave the Hawaii guys to tour you around.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Me
that's
and
pretty
Scott
cool.
Long went up there. He's a big tackle from Kaiser High School, and I think he ended up going to Washington.
Yeah.
But I chose to stay home, and then it turned out to be a good decision.
Good decision.
I don't regret staying home.
Who was the UH coach?
My first year was Coach Price,
Larry Price.
right? And they let him go after my freshman year.
But he's the one who recruited you.
Yes, Coach
Yeah.
Price and Coach Kahihui.
Okay.
Charlie Kahihui, he was the D-line coach, that's why. And then they was in my freshman year. Then my sophomore year, Coach Dick Tomey came from UCLA, and that's when
Yeah.
we first got into the WAC,
Yeah, yeah.
the Western Athletic Conference.
Coach
And then-
Tomey was a great coach. I mean, when I was at UH, a lot of stories Coach Nick Rolovich would talk about would be because of Coach Tomey.
Right, right. He took us to the next level. We started them all off, and it was good. The football, the crowds was big. I'm even talking about going back to high school a little bit. We don't have the social media. We don't have the spectrum showing them on. You got to pay $50 to watch the game. The people actually had to. That's what we're missing this year. Times now, people actually coming to the games because they take the shortcut and you can watch them on TV. And
You
all
talking
that.
about UH games or high school?
From high school, we used to fill them up with like 30,000 inside there in the
30,000
stadium.
people?
That was for the Kamehameha game. That's a high school game. It had like 30,000 people came in.
Oh, wow.
And we're
Well, I
talking
mean,
about the brand new Aloha Stadium. I
Yeah.
played in there when it was brand spanking new. It was 1975 was the year it was built. And we went on there. We felt all real, all the players. Because you could just, brand new stadium. We went in there. I'm getting chicken skin a little bit right now talking about them.
No, I'm so sad that they got rid of the Aloha Stadium. It's such it's a nice stadium, you know.
Right.
And I seen the blueprint for the new stadium, and it doesn't look as good as the Aloha Stadium. Yeah, it's a lot smaller.
But before that, they had the old Honolulu Stadium.
Yeah, right where Anna O'Brien's is across the street. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Termite Palace and all that. So
How big was- how big was that
That was a
one?
nice stadium over there too.
How big was that?
I don't know how big was it, but everything's been made out of wooden benches and everything. And so we played in there, but then they tore it down. I told you, my senior year in 1975, the new stadium was built already.
Oh wow.
And so it was long on top of there. But so I've been through 2 stadiums.
Where was the state championship game? Your high school?
High school?
Yeah.
Was in the Aloha Stadium.
Oh, the brand new Aloha Stadium.
30,000 plus.
Oh wow. So
it's a
was
good
that like
feeling.
the first high school game in there?
No, because you played the season in there.
Oh, you did.
Right. And then the playoff games. And so they had big crowds. The people, football, Hawaii is a football state.
Yeah.
They love their football here.
30,000. Yeah, I don't even think I had that much when I was playing for UH in there. All I saw was orange.
Yeah, but even at the the orange chairs.
That was our new color. It was green, white, and then orange.
even at the high school and all that, the stands was packed.
Yeah,
They're full.
Yeah.
And but times have changed. I understand that too. But football's still big over here.
yeah. It's slow. Yeah, I feel like it's coming back too.
Yeah.
Especially
But you got to win. But
yeah.
Hawaii fans, they love football, but only if you win.
Only if you win. If you lose,
or
then-
you close to win. Yeah.
If you lose, you get forgotten.
Yeah, but they love their football over here.
Yeah. So you're at UH right now, and you guys had a pretty good. Did you redshirt? No.
No,
True freshman.
True freshman. Started from my
Linebacker.
No, I gained too much. Not gained too much weight.
Yeah.
I got bigger.
Yeah.
And so they understood. I was like maybe about 250 right there and already.
Okay.
And 6'4", 250. And so they let me go linebacker. See, probably for camp or something. I don't understand that. I mean, I don't know how long. I forgot the timetable. Then they put me to defensive line. And then about halfway through the season, I earned a starting position.
Nice.
That was Coach Price too. Coach Price,
Yeah.
but Coach Price is a great defensive mind.
Yeah.
But he was the head coach too. But he was a great defensive. I think he'd be a great defensive coach.
Was he the defensive coordinator too?
A little bit,
Yeah.
because he did a little bit of both.
Right.
But then Charlie Kaihui was my defensive line coach, and so he was good too. He was just like my a good father figure, good coach.
Yeah. And then sophomore to senior year, stayed D-line.
And that's
defensive
Tommy's
end.
year.
Yep.
Yeah, yes.
Defensive end. You got 88 right off from freshman year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that was part of my thing. For
Part of
signing
your
with
offer
Coach
to come
Cho-
in.
Yeah. Other guys ask for big money.
Yeah.
Here comes Baboos.
We'll give you-
Here come, but can I have 88?
Yeah. We'll give you $100,000.
No.
We'll give you 88. Okay, I'll take it.
But I asked for 88 because, people,
Yeah.
players and numbers, it goes hand in hand. But
Yeah.
then...
And would you guys say you guys had a winning season almost every year? Or were you guys below 50%?
we had a winning season every year, except for my freshman year. My freshman year, we got cracks.
Yeah.
And then Coach Comey came. And that's why I said about the Hawaii fans, it was always exciting.
Yeah.
And I heard on the street and all that, a lot of time we covered the line anyway. The gambling line, the games was good. So we were like, 6-5, 7-4, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was exciting, and the fans loved it because the fans, they know football too. And they can see if you're giving a good effort on top of there. They see you putting a real good effort on the field. You see if you're still fighting.
Yep.
You want to win, and sometimes you're almost there, but you don't give up. Hawaii is known for that.
Yeah.
Hawaii is known for being undersized, but Hawaii is known for some talent, but still a bigger heart.
Yeah.
And sometimes, that old saying, the heart is better than talent when talent is not that good, or something like that, right?
What was the saying?
What's that saying, that heart beats talent when talent is, I forget it. You remember that saying?
Yeah. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Yeah, do you know it?
Yeah, I think hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Okay,
Yeah,
something like that,
yeah.
right there. That'd be on mommy, because I don't know, but I know what I'm saying.
What did you say? Heart beats heart.
Hard work.
Well, you said heart first. Heart.
Yeah.
Heart. Yeah.
Hawaii has heart.
Beat. You talking about the heartbeat?
No, heart. You ever playing with your heart?
Yeah.
Yeah. That much I know. You have to play with your heart. Now, if you put your heart and your effort together, unbeatable.
Unbeatable.
But if you just go with effort and you slack and say, but you don't put that little extra oomph inside there, that's why you need the heart.
Yeah.
But you put the heart in with your effort, the best effort you can, you go even further.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Because it's okay to lose. Always gonna have one loser.
Right.
But just how you lose. Is it, did you give up at the end, or you got to keep pushing?
Right.
Keep fighting, going down, swinging, pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And so we had exciting games. Like I said, Coach told me about the West Coast offense down, and it was exciting. Everybody.
Who were some of the star players on there besides you?
Blaine Geisen.
Yeah.
Gary Allen, David Toloumu.
David Toloumu. Never heard of his. What position did he play?
Oh, he's running back. Him and Gary Allen was running backs.
Okay.
Thunder and lightning. And Dwayne Jett, he's a very, very good. If I didn't say Dwayne Jett right now, he'd probably call me up as soon as he hears that. Where did you say my number? But he was a great athlete too. Wide receiver, number 21.
21.
We're still like this to this day.
I should bring him on the podcast.
Oh my goodness, you'd have a good time with up here. You should do that. He'll be over here. And
when is he coming here?
He
I should bring you back on with him.
Oh man, no! But if you bring me and him at the same time, I'll be over here like the whole time because he'll be talking to the whole thing.
Yeah,
great athlete, great guy, great heart too. He was a good player.
Yeah, played receiver, right?
Wide receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver.
And
Wide receiver.
sometimes kick returner.
Kick returner. How was University of Hawaii back then in a school perspective? Because I went to UH as well. Was it did you have a good time at UH?
Of course, college is good. It's a great time.
Because I mean, I don't know how it was back then, but I guess it'll probably be different than how it is now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez, man, that was exciting, and you figure I was only 18 years old.
Yeah.
Basically, first time away from home.
Right.
So I don't have my mom looking over my shoulder at everything I do, and so.
And
so
you was dorming at UH.
I was dorming, and then
all 4 years.
No, I was dorming maybe the first year, and then after that, I moved to an apartment with another football player.
Okay.
And we rented over there, but it was fun. It was exciting. I made some stupid choices, but I was in college.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Did you what was like a crazy story? Did you ever get like arrested or
Yes.
something in college?
Well, yes, a couple
Yeah.
times, I think. One of the biggest stories.
Well,
Not
they
the biggest.
they kept it out of the news.
No, sometimes hard to keep them out of the news.
Yeah.
And so one of the stories was me and my friend. We was up in Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut
up in
Manoa.
University Ave.
Yeah.
It's up there. I forgot what side street. It's right there in the corner. And we was drinking. We just had a little bit too much to drink, but they stopped us from drinking. And then we just had basically. I said, "What are you guys stopping us for drinking?" And we had money to show them we were gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
And they tried to cut us off. And then
in Pizza Hut.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then so we just busted up the place and then.
Busted up the place.
Threw all the things around and cops came.
Oh.
And it was big news, and it's nothing to be proud of. But then,
Terrible Tom Tuinei busts up Pizza
my
Hut
goodness.
on
And then
University
I think
Avenue.
the following week, I had a great game. So all is forgotten now.
Oh, you just was like what, like flying pizzas, flying tables?
No, turning the table over, throwing the pitchers, the beer, the empty stuff, flying that against the wall, the glass, the mugs, or
Took all the
whatnot.
beer and then left.
No, we didn't even take the beer. They just wanted to cut us off. They said they want us to leave.
Yeah.
And you know where UH is, right? It's right in Manoa. So Waikiki is right down the road.
Yeah.
So we literally had.
But were you underage at that time?
No, back then, 18 years old, it was a legal age to drink. It's not
Oh, wow.
21.
Okay.
It was 18.
Oh.
So we had the green light to go down, and we just bar hopped all around the strip and
Yeah.
everything. We had our own path to go down, and then come back and
Got in
Go to
trouble.
school.
Got in trouble from the coach.
probably.
Yeah.
Trying to remember because it was so long ago. But we had these. One of the stuff we have to do is we have to run in the morning, 6 o'clock dawn patrol, and that's for when you do some kind of
Yeah,
discipline.
what were some discipline punishments? Because I remember when we were playing, they had these stairs.
Right.
They took down the stairs, but it was like on the lower or the grass practice field. There was these stairs to like the parking lot. So if you ever got in trouble, or like if the teacher emailed the coach and say, "Oh, this guy hasn't turned in all these assignments," so you'd be put to that, and you pretty much just run up and down the stairs till they tell you to stop. I think with books in your hand too.
For real?
Yeah. So was there something like that?
Wasn't like that. No, ours was just running around on the track.
Yeah.
And we had to follow Coach Tomey. And Coach Tomey, he runs long distance.
Yeah.
So, and then he tells us when to stop.
Uh-huh.
But he's running too. Mm-hmm. So we're running laps, 440s, keep on going. And just got to keep on going. And he laps us about, and I'm not even lying, easy 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
This laps us and goes right around. And that's pretty much it.
That was it.
Yeah.
You guys had it easy.
No, it's fun. we used to have our own dorm down at the bottom of UH, Lower Campus Road. It's still there, but I don't know what it's there. It's the exact same building still there.
They probably
And from the side gate.
like it's probably apartments now for like students.
Yes, but
Yeah.
that was ours, and that was the old Animal House. It's like 3 stories high.
Yeah.
And that's it, and only football players in there.
That's where you stayed at.
My freshman year, yes.
Freshman year,
Because then
yeah.
you get that's your dorm,
Yeah.
and then that's your room right there, And
Where'd you guys stay in for camp? Was it in a gym?
no, right there, because the football field's right across the street.
Oh, okay.
So you'd have to go right there. But
Yeah.
that was we used to call it Animal House. Remember, I don't know if you ever saw Animal House with Belushi and all that.
I heard of that movie.
Yeah, that was like that.
Might be too young.
Yeah, way too young. But that was like that over there. And then the following year, we moved up to campus. You know those circular dorms?
Yeah.
And so he was going with the students. They mixed us with the students. Oh, they had one big thing. No, we don't want the players up here. We don't want them up here and all that. It was a big
Stay away from the football players.
And
They only
then,
cause trouble, especially number 88.
No, not 88. 88 was a
Where's
good guy.
The biggest guy right there. The one with pizza and beer in his hand.
But
We don't want
up
him there. Put him back in the animal house.
They didn't want us up there, the students. But we got up there, and then and I stayed for like I said, I did red shirt, and then we had 4 years. It was good.
Yeah.
Had fun.
Must
I
have.
enjoyed it.
Speaking of crazy stories, I remember this story, but I never really asked you about it in too much detail. But it was with Uncle Mark. So Uncle Mark is your brother, Mark Tuinei. He played. You went Waianae and Punahou football, almost followed in your footsteps. Played NFL as well.
Right.
But when he went to Punahou, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then didn't he get kicked out his senior year?
Yep.
Get kicked out of Punahou after the football season?
Of course.
Of course, yeah. Okay, we have all years. Okay, you can go. And what was the reason why he got kicked out? Was it because of you or no?
No. I was an accessory after the fact.
Because the story you told me was you guys snuck in the Punahou locker room.
Yeah, him and his friend did.
Yeah.
Snuck into the locker room.
So why did he sneak in there? He got kicked out already and then he went back?
No. That was the reason he got kicked out. He went inside there to...
It's like after hours?
Yes. They wanted to take some jerseys and stupid things that the players do. Take some jerseys or whatever, shorts, or equipment.
Yeah.
But when he went inside there, they didn't know the gate, the door is an iron gate.
Yeah.
And so the guy comes, the janitor or whoever comes after a certain time, and they close it and lock it.
Mm.
And just so happened I had to be there to either to pick him up or something, because I was coming from college already.
Yeah.
From up UH. And
he called you on the phone?
No, we don't have cell phones.
Yeah. So how'd you know he was locked in there?
He sent smoke signals. No, I went there for something.
Yeah.
Either to look for him.
Yeah.
Either it was a coincidence or I was supposed to be there. I kind of figure out the timeline on that one too. But then I was looking for him, couldn't find him, and then I was by the locker, and then I heard them. They called first. They knew I was there. Either my friend told me he's there. And I called out for him, and they answered. Two of them, him and his friend, and two happiest guys in the world when they saw me.
Oh, they were legit stuck in there.
Yeah, they was locked in.
Yeah. So how'd you get them out?
Bust the lock.
Oh.
And pried it open and got the thing open, and
then he got kicked out for that.
No, then we grabbed some jerseys and everything.
Yeah.
And they what do you call it? He had to go away from the school, and then he went
suspended.
to Waianae.
Oh.
And then he graduated from Waianae. And long story short, he went up to Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Went to UCLA first, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like 4 years past or whatever. Then he went up to Dallas, won a couple Super Bowls. He did great up there.
Yep.
And then Punahou came back and said, "Oh, we're going to give you one." You graduated from Punahou. We're going to give you an honorary degree. But
they gave him honorary degree?
Not degree, honorary diploma.
Yeah, because they still represent him. They still make like they never kicked him out or whatnot.
Of course, he won the Super Bowl. No, but he always gave back to them too.
Yeah,
he gave back. He donated. He made donations to Punahou School. He loved Punahou, and He donated back to them, so he was still involved with them. And so I guess there was a little bit of both.
Yeah.
They gave him his diploma from Puno, him and his friend.
Right. And it's crazy. He kind of like just obviously looked up to you, followed in your footsteps.
Yeah, we're only 2 years apart.
2 years apart.
And so we both love football. We both love sports.
Yeah.
And I wish that when you look back, you always want to say, I could have done this different. I could have done this different. I could have been a better role model for him.
Yeah.
I was a good role model of him for football, playing wise, and what the work it takes to put in to become a great player and everything.
Yeah.
I was a good role model in that, but I wasn't a good role model out in the public things, like my stuff's up at UH, those shenanigans I did and everything, the drinking, the partying. I could have been a better role model with him on that.
Yeah.
But that's when I'm looking back and everything. But nobody can take that away from me and him. That we're two brothers. Only me and him is brothers. We have 4 sisters, and we went up all the way through. Went up to the top of the dream, playing professional football.
Accomplished your dream. You did it all.
Right, yeah.
You
He did even better.
Yeah.
He went 15 years, 3 Super Bowls and 2 Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
And so it was great.
Yeah.
But I messed up too up in pro. I got in trouble again. This hot head, Kolohe, not dumb when you really want to look at it.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk a little bit about that too. When you started getting mixed up with, I guess, in the crime world, choices, making bad choices, getting mixed up with drugs.
Right.
I mean, this part of what you do now too is you have a testimony and you share it with kids and schools, and because it's pretty interesting story. So like we know the part that you went up there, you did everything you could already, you made it to the NFL, accomplished your dreams. Now the hard part was just for you to just stay there.
Yeah, no, I could have done better up there. I could improve, but once I got there, and then, I didn't change my goals.
Yeah.
My first goal, like I said, the pictures in the room and everything, just to make it up into the NFL, because that was the dream. The dream came true and all that. So then I'm there, and then I'm not refocusing and changing them to take it another level up.
Yeah.
And I see that afterwards and everything.
Was there a moment where you knew that you was like slipping downhill, or you just?
It
didn't
took
really
a
hit
while. I was taking too much for granted. I was mixing both in.
Yeah.
The drugs, the playing, and the going wild on the outside.
Is this up in Detroit in the NFL?
Detroit.
That's when he was heavily
from
getting,
college.
Yeah.
And then, but it was getting. I was going in deeper, so to speak. It was before I could do both of them. I can play. I wouldn't get loaded before one game or anything, or the night before. I'd wait. After a while, I was getting more to where football became secondary, and I shared with especially for the youth and other people who might have some problems and all. It's because I believe in the recovery.
Yeah.
If I didn't believe in it, if I tried to say, no, then I wouldn't be doing it. But I firmly believe in my mistakes that I made, and I firmly believe there's hope to turn your life around.
Is that why you think you got released from Detroit? Because of your addiction? Or your bad choices?
A little bit. Plus, it's a numbers game up in the pro.
Because you got drafted.
Because I almost went to Miami after that. And then when I went to Miami, I got into a big altercation.
Oh, you almost played for Miami?
No, because when I got released from Detroit, then when Miami calls my agent, says, we want to check him out.
Yeah.
And so I went up there. And then I got into a big fight up there. And then...
you got into a big fight in Miami?
Yes.
Just with who?
This guy's up in the stands.
Is this the story you told me? The popcorn one?
The popcorn one.
The popcorn story.
Yeah.
What was the popcorn story?
The popcorn story is I'm in the stands watching a game, and a guy in front of me is asking people if they want popcorn. And I said, I'll have some.
Yeah.
And then he said, you want some? And he reached inside there and he just threw it at me.
Was he just a fan of the opposing team?
No, because I'm pretty sure I was in the Miami side.
Yeah.
He just threw it at me.
I don't know why he was doing that.
I don't understand that either.
Yeah.
And so I got up, I stood up.
Yeah.
And then we had a commotion going, and so they escorted me out. the security.
Yeah.
And they took me out into the exit.
They didn't have
outside.
you. They didn't have you on the field or anything.
No, they put you in a stand.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, we'll take you if there's an injury, of course. They said, but then they'll make up their mind. So, enjoy the game, because I went to the tryout. I had to run some drills.
Yeah.
And everything. Then the game came. The next day was the game. And so then they put me in the stands and I watched it. Then I got escorted out for the guy throwing popcorn because I got mad at the guy. And they escorted me out. I should have just let go, but my pride got in the way.
Yeah.
So the game was almost over.
When you got escorted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I stayed 2 minutes. So then I waited over there till the game was over.
In the parking lot?
No, I waited by the exit to where the guys came out.
Oh, so it was looking for the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when the guy came on, I said, hey, what do you think you funny? Whatever I said. What do you think you funny now, huh? And so I conked him right there.
In front of everybody.
Yeah, but he had like about 4 or 5 friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I conked him right there. And then other guys came after me. So I turned and ran.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I
You
ran.
remember what kind of guy he was? What ethnicity?
I don't understand. I don't remember.
You remember? Yeah.
This one local, got to be a guy from Miami.
Yeah, from Miami. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I ran inside there. I ran in the parking lot. Jumped on the first bus I saw. They're in the parking. So it was something to do with the football. And I said, "Hey, let's get going. These guys are after me." And the bus driver doesn't even move. And look at the door. The guys was right there.
Yeah.
Then they didn't come in.
Then he just left.
No, they didn't come in, so I kind of knew that I was all right. I said, these guys didn't even come in. And then the police came, and then Miami came over.
They heard about it?
Yeah, whoever was inside there was in charge of me. Then they gave me my ticket to go back, and that was it.
Oh, wow. Well, that's kind of like, that's unfortunate. That wasn't even your fault. Just unlucky, bad timing.
Yeah, but I should have used my head, too. It's not making, but that's just all part of my stories and all that. So then I go up and play for Canada.
Yeah.
Because my agent calls me, he says, you still want to play ball? I said, oh, well, yeah, of course. I said, but you got to be a Canadian Football League. I said, that's fine. So I go up there. It's like 1982 now.
Yeah.
And so I go up there.
Edmonton Eskimos?
Edmonton Eskimos up in Edmonton, Alberta.
Yeah.
Played up there 6-7 years.
And Dwayne Jett followed you up there too?
Yeah, he ended up going to another team, but it was just a coincidence he went up there too.
Yeah.
Our paths seem to always cross because we went to Detroit Lions together too.
Yeah.
We got drafted the same time, late rounds, but we got drafted same round, 8A and 8B or something like that, and it was me and him.
Yeah.
And so then from there, and then he went to Oakland, and like I said, almost went to Miami, then got that, and then went up to Canada. But the funny thing was in Canada was 1982, and the NFL was going to go on strike. So what they did was they started broadcasting our games on top the
in America.
yeah, NBC, CBS, or whatnot, and all that. And so it just so happened the guy I punched that in Miami, he sees me playing for Edmonton on top of there, and they made one real big lawsuit on me.
The guy did?
Yes.
Wow.
And so then they caught wind up to Edmonton up there.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't leave Edmonton.
Wait, but it's different countries, right? So it
Right.
didn't
So
matter.
they was get me at the border, they told me. So they said I have to clear this up after the season. So because they had to get a lawyer, had to clear this thing all up. And before I leave, because he said they'll just arrest you at the border when you're coming back over.
Oh.
So I go on to clear that all up, and he made a big chunk of change off of me off of that incident.
Oh, he got money from you?
Big time money, so I didn't have to go to prison and everything.
Wow.
And I had to pay that for my contract and all that. It was, I don't know how much it was, but it was double figures. I know that much.
Yeah.
I don't know how high. It got to be
at
over.
that time, too.
Yeah. I know it was high, and so I had to pay a lot for my that first year over there. That's just because it was on NFL went on strike, and else he wouldn't have saw me. And then, so I cleared everything up then.
And that's why to this day you never eat popcorn. You just when you smell it, you're like, oh, I remember that guy. Yeah. Remember that Puerto Rican guy in Miami?
Yeah. But yeah, he made it off, and then the judge gave it out, and so then they paid the fine, and that was it. Good riddance. But that's all. Like all comes, I keep going back to it. All goes back to choices.
Yeah.
Choices. That's why I always told you since you're small. I gave you. I used to tell you my story about me, just so you don't want to go and make the same mistakes as me and your uncle make.
Yeah. Exactly. So how was Canada? Was Canada fun? Was it a lot different? I know the football is kind of similar.
Similar. You're
there's
still
different
playing ball. You're
rules.
still tackling the guy with the ball,
Yeah.
and you're trying to get the ball over the goal line to make points and all that.
7 years you played?
About 7 years. We won a couple of Grey Cups. Here's one right here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Won 2 championships. I played with Warren Moon up there.
Okay.
And he's unreal leader.
Yeah.
And everybody knows he went from there. Then he went to Houston Oilers, and then
Right.
Hall of Fame. To this day, Hall of Fame there and Canada.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 7 years is a good amount of years up there. So you kind of
Right.
made your name for yourself.
No, but I got in trouble, and then so it
Yeah.
got
So
sorted.
what happened?
It's like a broken record I'm playing right
Yeah.
now to you. It's just getting involved and making trouble. I know it's kind of broad, and not learning from them, and then just keep on repeating the same thing over and over
Yeah.
till I was just a menace to society, like that movie, Menace to Society. And then they flat out just didn't want me no more. And
You're 70 or so.
they
What
told
age
me
were you?
bye.
What age were you roughly?
well, that was about 1988, 87, 88.
Yeah.
So 58, 68, 88. About 30 years old, right?
About 30 years. Yeah. And then you moved back to Hawaii.
I moved back to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And
Back in Waianae.
yes, I was married to my
First
my
wife.
ex-wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
And came back, but I was too far getting high already.
Yeah. Did you have Mark and
Yes.
Joe?
Yeah.
You had them ready.
Yeah.
At what age?
That's
That's my other half brothers.
Yeah, your half brothers was 1980. Nahino was born. So what was that? 58, 68, 78. I was 22 years old. I had
Okay.
him when I was up in Detroit.
Yeah.
And then Mark was up and when I was up in Canada.
Okay. So then you're back home with them with the family.
Right.
Yeah.
But with the family, it's not. I'm really not. I'm really not the dad you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And by then, I brought all my addictions with me and just followed me around. And I wasn't even at home. But,
Were you still trying to play ball, or were you trying to coach? What was your you never
was
had any
lost.
goal or anything?
I was lost already.
Yeah.
I was more into the that drug life stuff, going around, getting high. My whole thing. I shared this a lot of times too. I took the talent that God gave me with
Yeah.
the talent of athleticism and leadership and all that. Instead of using it for football, I used it more to get high, do my drugs, go around with that little that kind of guys just hanging around at that time.
Yeah.
All the riffraff going on. I put my effort in that.
Right.
And didn't work. Lived off all my money. Lived off my football money, and basically used it all.
Were you working anywhere? No.
No.
Nothing.
Just
Just
kept on
kept
using it.
using that money till it was gone.
Yeah, and then when it was gone, then I started to do support my habit. I started to do worse things, going around robbing dealers and everything.
Robbing the dealers. What is a crazy story about robbing one of the dealers?
One crazy story, because I don't want to amplify it too much and
Yeah.
all that too, is that have a girl, my girl that was with us, we go to a dealer's place,
Yeah.
and she knocked on the door. If she knocking on the door or I'm knocking on the door, who would you open up the door for?
For the girl.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're on the side. She knocks on the door.
You and other guys.
Me and one more other guy. We didn't
Yeah.
have like 10 or five guys like that. It was only like me, her, and another guy.
You remember his name, or you can I say his name?
Keep more kind of stuff. I don't know how all the stuff to it, but it was all good. They was in the same. It was in the same thing.
Yeah,
It's not-
yeah.
We wouldn't. I have morals too. I wouldn't go to one person who like you. I wouldn't go
Yeah,
to a
yeah.
person who doesn't doesn't do that, and rob you
Yeah.
because I have morals. Like
Let's
I said.
go for the guys who had.
Yes, so they're
known for
playing the
drugs.
same game I'm playing,
Yeah.
so they're gonna be in there too. So when she knocks on the door, as soon as all you gotta do is open it a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you just put your foot there.
and you just
They go in there and it's
ramsack the place.
no, it's Christmas all over. You don't have to ramsack it.
Yeah.
It's up to them if they want to ramsack it or not.
Yeah.
And then it's that was one of them.
You had guns back then?
Not always.
Not always.
Yeah.
No, but you did have some.
Nah, majority of the time, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to make like them. The majority of the time, no.
Just,
majority of the
just
time, I used to
just
make
hand under the shirt.
I used to, I used to make sometimes I used to do them just to make it to get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Just to put something inside here to make like just to go. That's all you need to do.
Yeah. Did anybody try to rob you?
No.
No.
But they probably wouldn't get anything because I'm trying to do what you're doing. I want to get myself.
Oh wow. And you'd continue? Would you? So you just been about how many years have you been doing this same routine? Just getting high, getting into trouble, up to no good. Because you came back when you were like 30. So how long did that kind of last?
I came back and was 88. A couple years because I got locked up in I believe it was 1990, but I was going in and out already.
He was going in and out of prison.
Yeah, just for arrest. They let you go. Going for it was petty stuff.
It was all just like
just petty stuff,
misdemeanors
and something real small. Yeah, it wasn't nothing major till 1990. I went in and then I spent mandatory 5. So it was from 88. I played football. Within 2 years, I was all gone already.
Yeah. What did you get sentenced for? The big sentence.
There's multiple charges.
Yeah.
But a lot of them was carrying a weapon, robbing one drug dealer. I don't know how that one got through and all that. They just lumped them all together.
Yeah. What was it like a specific incident, a specific crime that you got arrested for and then they just put you to court? Or because you said there's a multiple things, so was it
right? So they put you on a couple of things, carrying a firearm.
Or did they add up the other crimes you did too?
No, not the one. They might have said the other ones to show that you have a pattern of things doing.
Yeah.
But the main thing was kidnapping, robbery, and weapons charges, and but nobody got shot, nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
And it was all drug deal. I want to make sure everybody knows it wasn't your normal citizen.
Yeah, it was all people like you,
bystander, and all that kind of stuff. It was all the guys who played the game.
Yeah,
and he played the game. We go inside there.
So you're pretty much like. Have you seen the show Dexter?
A little bit.
Yeah, he's like he's a serial killer, but he only kills people who are bad.
Oh, but I'm not no serial killer.
Yeah, I know. But you're just doing bad things to bad people. So you was like the
it's just taking
the superhero of Tuinei.
The bottom line was just taking things, taking drugs to support my habit.
Yeah.
And we used to have one. I used to have one. Not on map. I used to always joke around as the map. We just know all the dealers' houses. Go drive around, stop, and you know nothing.
Yeah.
And some give, some no give.
And it was all over the island.
No,
mostly
west side, and
yeah.
they didn't have to go too far.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like I said, I used all my talent the wrong way.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. I'm glad God had patience with me and pulled me out of that. But going back, I share my stories and because I had so much talent.
Yeah.
And of course, I could have done better in football, but I know too. I went all the way to the top, so I know that as well.
Yeah.
But then my things that I share with you, one of the main things I do is I share you with my testimony. Mm-hmm. But you got to figure too, and one of the things is I didn't know how to be with dad, I guess.
Yeah.
At first, do you know, with my 2 sons?
Yeah.
They had it hard because
I mean,
they was I wasn't never around.
Yeah.
And by the time when they're still growing up, I had to do 5 years in prison. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at a lot of their the timeline on their stuff, and I come out when they're in like high school or something like that.
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
Right.
I mean, every kid needs a dad, and just to see like. If I seen you like messing up at that time, I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't be home.
Yeah, you wouldn't be home.
But
I wouldn't like you. Yeah.
Not only in Waianae, but the whole. I think in the community,
Yeah.
the whole island. There's a lot of moms, myself included. Your grandma, she only raised up. My dad was never around. Nothing
Yeah.
against him. Nothing against him, but my dad, he just drank a lot, was hardly home, was an ex-Marine.
Yeah.
He didn't raise us. My mom did.
Yeah.
Your grandma did.
Yeah.
So it's a single parent home, and it's so common, it's ridiculous, and that's what hurts a lot of the families over here. And then I see that afterwards, but they don't have no father figure. You need a father figure in there.
Yeah.
And then so when I'm raising up my two sons, who would teach me how to be a dad?
Yeah.
And I'm not blaming my dad. My dad did what he's done because I got some good traits from him too. And I'm not saying, I'm just telling you what the story is. So when I didn't get no guy teaching me to setting the example and all that stuff for how to be a dad, how to be provide for your family, how to do them to be around when they need you and everything. I was more away, going to different houses, going and robbing guys, going and smoking ice, doing some coke and all that, drinking, not coming home for 5-6 days,
Yeah.
and then come home, sleep, and then go right back out again.
Yeah.
Where my two older sons, your two older brothers, that's why they had it hard too.
Yeah.
So they had their mom, single mom, raising them. Same thing like mine. So it kind of like broke the pattern with you. And so I was able to be one dad with you.
Yeah.
But still, I'm not the best dad on top there, but I was dad. I was around. I was part of your life. I gave you advice. I was part of your life. Scolded you when I had to.
Yeah.
Teach you some stuff what I think it has to be done. I was just around.
Right.
No, I wasn't around and quiet. I was around and being involved with your life, which is the difference between now and the time before I used to be messed up.
Yeah, and I mean, now you have. I feel like your relationship with Keone and Nahina, those two guys are a lot better now than it was when you was raising them as a child.
Oh, way better.
Yeah,
We used to go at each other's throats. I
Yeah,
mean, I
I
don't
remember
blame
that.
them.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. They was nuts, and they care. They might still carry a little bit of animosity to today, but do you blame them?
Yeah.
I tell myself that too. Sometimes we're going back and forth, going back and forth and say things that you say, how much times let me tell you sorry?
Yeah,
But then after a while, I thought of it as many times as it takes. But see, I didn't know that at the time. After a while, I'm over there, so we're going and we're arguing. We're arguing, and they're hurt. I'm pissed because hey, you never see that I changed. No, you never see that I changed. I have to acknowledge what I mean by acknowledge. I have to know what they went through and the pain that it caused. It's not one thing that you can go and say sorry, and then tomorrow we're going to go down and eat down at the play lunch down at the drive-in, and everything is cool.
Yeah.
It takes time.
it does.
And we went through some stuff. They even had a little bit of animosity with you, being that their brother, which is understandable.
Yeah, and just seeing that, like you were supporting me more than them when I was a child, and versus when there was a child.
And that hurts because now I'm going to the game. But I never go to their games.
Yeah.
Because I was locked up with that. I didn't go down there to the beach with them.
Right.
Okay, so now it's better, way better. I can go like right now, and I like to share this. I can go right now. I can go to my two sons' house, knock on the door, and see if they're home, and just go in the house.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
I work with your brother and my oldest brother Nahina, and then I just was with him the other day, down Makaha. But I can go in the house, and the relationship is healing, and it's good. I'm grateful, and I think they're on the right path too on the forgiveness part too.
It seems like that. Yeah, they're great. They're living their lives with their families, and they had a rough start with you in the beginning, but I
Right.
feel like it came full circle, and they forgave you and everything.
And I'm proud of how they became. They're good men.
They got kids themselves.
They got
too.
kids themselves.
Yeah.
They got families, but they're with them. And sometimes they can learn from other people's mistakes. That's one of my biggest things too. To tell guys or tell you as too or them other youth, the young men, tell them my mistakes. They can learn. It's easy to tell the good stuff.
Right.
Play football, you can go good and
Yeah.
But what about the bad stuff? A lot of times the bad stuff is what teaches the guys too.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember, like I tell you, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. You know, that kind of like, don't drink, the drug's not good for. And I don't know if you remember, but then I know your answer could be, oh, why? Well, you did them that.
Yeah.
And then my response would be, you're right, I did them, but I want you to know the consequences of what happens. There ain't no winners. Ain't no winners on drugs and alcohol and all that of my past, my testimony. So that's my teaching tool, saying that, oh yeah, you can do them yourself, knock yourself out, but the consequences is that not that you cannot handle prison, not that you might die, is that it's there. You have a better life now than doing that.
I agree. Do you have advice for me? Because I'm gonna be a dad soon, and what advice would you give for like a young dad?
A young dad. Yeah, what are you, 26, 27?
27.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be 28
good.
this.
That's good too.
Yeah.
And first and foremost, you know it's to love your child.
Yeah.
Right. It's good and all that, to be around them and to learn some of the things that you think that is good for me as a dad, that rubbed off on you. That, I mean, you don't have to go through the things right now, but some of the good things that I had to use that to raise them, and some of the things you didn't like about me, to don't use that, but to always be around him, to love your child, and love your girl Rachel, and Ruby, because she's inside your life as well. But one thing that you want to do, and this is not cutting down women and everything, but as being a man of the house, you have to be a leader of the house. A leader, of course, God is the main leader, God, but under God. And that's what's hurting a lot of the community, myself included. We have too much single moms raising the kids, doing the best that they can, and getting them to school and everything, plus doing what the dad's supposed to do.
Yeah.
You need to be the best you that God made you to be.
Main provider for the family, the household.
Provider, protector, and
yeah. It's tough with me because, like, I mean, of what I do too, comedy, and I'm touring a lot. So that's the main thing that I'm worried about is like the sacrifices I got to make. And like this year, I'm probably gonna be touring a lot too. And this the year I'm gonna have my daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where it's going to be.
I think it's doable to do both.
It's doable, and then you got the word communication.
Yeah.
And you got to have teamwork as well. I mean, I can give you all the answers easy on top there, but keep in mind, I'm on my second marriage, and I messed up too, so I have a lot of thoughts about that too.
Yeah.
And I can give you some advice and everything, but it's doable. It's communications, and you cannot just use that. Oh, I got to go tour and all that.
Yeah.
And then you're saying, oh,
cannot just keep
you gotta
running
do your
away.
part, but you can do your part, and you can do both if you can go. And it's not cliche and all that, but you keep God in your life. After that, things will go into place. But you can do both, because you're not going to be the only comedian that has a family.
Yeah.
Because the other ones have. You take advice and you look at some of your comedian friends.
I could just bring them on the plane with me too.
Right. So you ask comedian friends who has families and all that. You ask them the same question. What kind of family? I noticed that you have kids and all that. How do you juggle both of them inside there? And then you pick up stuff that are good and stuff that sounds like Opala. You just let them blow.
Yeah. Can always use Yoda too to babysit in the green room.
Of course, yes. Yeah. He's there too.
While I'm on stage.
But I got to check his credentials first.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm excited to be a dad and just having you on here. I just wanted to ask you that.
Yes, and then
because you did raise me well. I mean,
not the best reason, but I have another chance of being a real dad.
Yeah.
I messed up on my early one, my two sons, but they came out great.
Well, I don't drink or do drugs because of you and Uncle Mark. Right. And I seen that you told me to if you get addicted to these things, it only can lead you to prison or death. And that's exactly what happened to both of you. You went to prison.
Yeah, there's only three things actually.
Oh, three things.
You either go to prison.
Yeah.
You die, or you go schizo, and you see those guys. Not all of them, but a majority of them on the streets. You see them walking around.
Yeah.
They're all lost.
Like
That's all
I seen
lost
one guy
souls.
in Chinatown.
That's all lost souls.
Yeah.
So you want that, and so from your family alone, I went to prison, and my brother, rest in peace, he died from a drug overdose. From my family alone, we hit 2 out of 3 already,
Yeah.
and so there's no it cannot be done. Yeah, if you want to do it, so best not to do it. The consequences. And so I'm glad you remember that, the things, and you just keep going
Yeah.
because that in itself is huge.
It is.
Yeah, stay clean.
Right.
It's a good life, or else I wouldn't be doing it.
How
I'm
long
telling
you been clean and sober for?
Oh, since 2004.
2004.
Right.
Okay, so that's 20 years.
Yeah.
This makes 20 years, 20
Yeah.
years anniversary.
Yeah.
And right now you work for the Hawaii Stevedores.
Hawaii Stevedores. I
Hawaii
got blessed to
Stevedores.
get in that job. Been there like 20 years already,
Yeah.
and so I enjoy that.
This is the main guy for fireworks. If you guys like
No.
fireworks,
Tell the truth, I have never seen any come through.
you never seen.
Not once.
He's good. He's
Yeah,
good.
no, not one. I've never seen anything come through there.
He signed the contract. Yeah, tell us a little about stevedores. I mean, a lot of the average person, all they know is like, oh, this is like, it's a good job and you work on a ship. But what is like the main thing you guys do?
The main thing for longshore is it's import export.
Yeah,
Everything got to come in, not only on the island, in the mainland too, but for being that for Hawaii, everything is import export. All the goods come in and all the stuff
super
go out.
important for Hawaii because we live on an island.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have food, everything comes through.
You can't
the
drive
port.
it like trucks, like in the mainland,
Right.
from state to state. We
Right,
have to
but
literally
the
get it from
trucks got to
ships.
pick it up from somewhere too, and a lot of times that's imported up there as well,
Yeah.
either through the air, but the ships bring more one crack.
Uh huh.
So everything comes in, all the goods you need, autos, rice, food, cattle, boats,
Anything.
anything that
Yeah.
comes in, and anything we go, we ship both of them. They have these big containers. You guys all see them on top of the thing. And so the containers come on top of the ship. It's just like a puzzle. The ship comes in,
Yep.
has all these containers, or have all these autos or whatnot on top there. We take the stuff off, put them all in the yard, and get them ready for the customers to come to pick them up. The guys who come Costco or whatnot,
Yeah.
and come and pick up Honolulu Ford or whatever our clients are, and then they take it to their place. And then we bring everything that wants to get shipped to the mainland, we put them back, or we put the empty containers back on the ship, and when we bring them back, and it goes into on continuous basis. We got all kinds that come in. We do cement. That's when we bring in material for just construction. The rebar. I can think of a lot of autos. I'm trying to think of one of the most peculiar thing I ever had, but I can't remember. We brought some yachts in here.
Brought the rail in.
Yes, the rail
Yeah.
cabs we brought in,
Yeah.
and we got those inside here too.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great job. It's
Yeah, it's
one
a
of the top
dangerous job.
jobs. I had a little taste of it. I was working part time
Right.
with it, and it was a tough decision. But I gave that up to pursue
Right.
comedy, to pursue this.
Right. So
And-
you've seen a little bit of it. It's stereotype. Everybody think we don't do nothing on top there.
Yeah.
We do something. Okay?
Yeah.
We do. We work over there, and it's dangerous too. And I'm not saying that lightly because it's around the clock. It's 24 hours.
Yeah.
And you work at nighttime, and you guys, the public doesn't understand. I
They
mean,
don't.
some of them do, but not all of them. But we're having tons in weight of metal, hitting metal on top there, and it's coming down. And for the guys who don't know nothing about it, and you come down to the docks and you watch this work, there's so many things going on at one time.
Yeah.
So they think it's chaos. And so one of the easiest way to tell everybody it's organized chaos. I know that doesn't sound tough, but it's like it's organized chaos. We got the cabs going on, we got the cranes going on, we got the labor going on, we got the stuff coming off, we got stuff coming on, we got the cars driving off. We got about 100 guys working right there, and it's night. Or it's even daytime, and it's busy. And then we got the outside truckers coming inside, so it looks
It's a
chaotic.
machine. Yeah.
It looks chaotic,
Right.
but it's organized. But it's a great. I love it down there. We have a great union. I'm a strong supporter of union. You need the union to get in because the union covers the workplace, the workers. It covers the workers, the ones who do the job.
You ever think automation would take over? I know they had like I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but in Long Beach, they had,
there's some automation going on.
Trying to get rid of the human
right,
power, right?
Right. But it's going to come no matter what.
Yeah.
It's hard over here. It's a little bit easier in the mainland because it's so big and everything, but it's hard to do automation there, but it's here. It's already started, believe it or not, a long time ago. You just look at the supermarkets and all that, the self-checkouts.
Yeah.
That one, you don't need no person around there. You just go and do your own thing.
Yeah.
That's a small example of automation. And then they don't want they want to push out the working man and take it away. And
just
then
to save money, I think. Yeah.
save the money. They said this machine can do the job of 10 of these guys.
But your
over
guys'
here.
union is pretty strong too. So I mean, obviously, you guys will be fighting to keep the human
element.
Yeah.
Yes, but we're doing it, and it should be there too. Then, because I even hear of, I'm not really savvy of everything, but AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty soon they're gonna have that with just telling you everything, what's wrong with you and all that. We're just gonna look at them, and the machine's gonna.
Yeah.
You're not gonna need
Examine
doctors
you.
and all that kind of
Right,
stuff.
right.
It's kind of spooky at one
They'll
point.
probably
when
do
you
all
think
the
about it.
paperwork too for the work.
Right.
All the clerk's job.
Right.
They'll do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not going to reach here. Not going to be in my time because I've been there a long time. But you don't want here. You don't want it. You don't
Yeah,
want,
you don't want that.
automation. Why are we going to take away the human element? And a lot of guys going to say, "Oh, it's quicker, it's faster. Oh, they don't make mistakes." No, you don't want machines. But that's the way we're heading.
It is. But I mean, you're happy where you're at right now. You got a great job, and another thing you do is you share your testimony with some schools and some kids.
Yes.
Make sure you implant that seed into them to make the right decisions, the right choices.
Because, like I said earlier, because I believe it.
Yeah.
Because no use I go over there. Well, I'm going there for free. It's not. They don't have to. They don't pay me or anything like that. Even when I speak at some of the meetings, even when I speak it to some men or women to the crowds, it's not like I go there to speak and they're paying me to say something. So I'm going there, talking. And what worked for me, 12-step recovery works for me. And getting closer to God is what helped turn my whole life around too.
Yeah.
So when I'm telling these guys there, I'm going there for free because I can do anything else. Why would I want to be there? I mean, if you really, really think about it, why would I be there? Because I really wanted them to understand that the drugs and the alcohol is not the place to go because it's going to go deeper and deeper down. And it's sad in prison. I've been there 5 years, mandatory 5. And I don't care what anybody say. Get some clowns inside there who said they don't care. And
This was up in Halava?
Halava. Old Triple C. I went to the whole circuit. Old Triple C, Halava, Waiava, and then Laumaca. It's this one whole thing.
How was the food in there?
The food is good anywhere. I mean,
It's good.
It's good anywhere.
Yeah. Just eat it.
Just
whatever
eat
you
it,
have.
Yeah. I can adapt. It's not fun, but at the same time too, that's why I turned myself around. I looked around and said, "Look, I've seen how far I fell. It was right when I got into prison. That's when I woke up. That's how long it took to me to grasp and realize. Well, look where you went.
Yeah.
Look, I said I was way up here, living a dream. And it's not like the next day you're down. It takes time. It keeps on chopping down. Boom. A little bit here, a little bit there. Boom, 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 boom. Then here, mandatory 5. And then I'm inside there. And then...
that was a big wake-up call for you.
No, it wasn't choice where you find the thing. And then where do I go from there?
Right.
It's part of effort on my part and discipline on my part. But I'm not saying that God was right there. God was always with me.
Right.
I wasn't always with God. And that's the part that got me going again. It's not that, I came to God when I was in prison and all that. No, God was always with me.
Always protecting you.
Always around me and all that. No, he was always with me, and I wasn't always with him. And so I'm grateful for his grace and his mercies, because there's nothing I did that made them. I just happened to be here with his help.
Yeah, I mean, you could have been dead, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
close times, couple of times could have been, and it's only when I look back. I mean, I shared some more stories, but this it was close couple of times. And then you don't realize it as you're doing it, because you're high and all that. But follow your dreams is good.
Yeah.
I made them all the way up top there too. And you too, you dreamed, you wanted to go football and all that. Distance came out here, so you got different goals. So you got to keep on doing your goals. But at the same time, when you're doing your goals, now you're not doing them for yourself.
Yeah.
What you doing them for?
For my family now.
Right.
Yeah.
So through your actions,
got to be a provider. Now.
through your actions, you're going to be able to take care of your family,
Yeah.
which is a branch of love and all that. So sometimes you guys are going to have hard time, but there's the branch of love. But as long as you keep that in mind, you'll do good. Oh, you try to be the best you that you can be, that God made you for be. And I ponder that question once in a while, and that's for the guys outside there too, is why did you think God made us a man instead of making you women? It's not downplaying women either.
Yeah.
The women got their roles. But like I keep going back on that, it's you look at the community, you look at the people around the world, but especially in Hawaii, there's too many mothers raising their families.
Too many single mom families.
Too much single moms. You just look around. I was one of them.
Yeah.
And your grandma was another one. And it's just too common. It's almost like, that's what I'm supposed to do. But no, it's not.
Yeah.
We got to learn to stand up as men, and we got to learn how to do it. And I was, I failed at that miserably all the time. I took the other path. I took the easy path.
Yeah.
But
You did a good job with me though.
no, I got another chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not downplaying. I was able to become on dad. And when you look at it, I was just on dad. So hopefully you learn some things. Now I hope you do too. You do too. And the part is love. You know I love you.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm going to scold you. And sometimes when I scold you, I could scold you in one different way. And sometimes I let my emotions get stronger of me, but not all the time too. But I mean well on it.
Yeah.
And so that's why I don't lose too much thing, because I know I don't hate you, and I know I don't try to lead you on path that's not right. I might make mistakes, but when I make mistakes, at that time I think it's right. Does that make sense? But then I find out I'm making a mistake. I'm going to say, yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
But if I keep on making a my bad to you, then it becomes what kind of dad are you? You keep on saying my bad. But I'm grateful that I had a chance to be a dad. You need
Almost
two
like
of
a
them.
second chance. Yeah.
Yeah, I did have a second chance. And then I'm glad your brother, Mark and Nahina, they forgave me too. They said, and hopefully they're doing good for their kids, which I think they are. And they're learning from my stuff, and it's good.
They are.
A good thing.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
To be a dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
It's
excited.
new too. You know you're
It's
going to mess up too, yeah.
Yeah, it still hasn't hit me. I mean, from what I heard, other people say that it usually hits you like the first year of the child, or first couple months.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's what this one person said.
Yeah,
But,
it's good together.
yeah.
It's going to be a roller coaster ride, but you're going to have good days and bad days. But you're going to learn too. It's not like you got the book, or you're going to be perfect right off the top.
Yeah.
It's not. That's life is not like that. It's a miracle. You're going to have a miracle.
Giving me new material too, so that's always good. New things to talk about. But I'm excited.
Yeah, you're going to try your best, and
you guys can help. You guys can help too.
Oh, automatic. You know that's what grandparents are for, right?
We get like how much grandkids already? From my sister has nine kids. Nine kids from 11 different guys.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure it out.
She has 9. Nahina has 4.
Yeah, Mark has
about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Plus Lanea got kids too, so they're
Great.
no, they're grandparents.
Oh yeah, their grandparents. Yeah.
So we have a lot to do, but kids is cool when you look at them and everything, and I grew.
But my child is gonna be you and mom's first. You guys gonna be the true grandparents,
Right.
the first one,
Yeah.
because you only have grandkids from.
Right. Yeah, we talked about. I want to keep saying right because
Yeah,
she
yeah,
said
yeah,
that
yeah.
some time ago.
And then Trina, my sister is my mom with a previous.
Yeah, it's your half sister.
Yeah, half sister.
And your brothers is your half
half
brothers. And
So this is gonna be you guys' true first grandchild.
yeah,
Yeah.
And we're excited too, but we're getting up there in age, so don't forget you got to visit us now, okay? Don't be
Yeah.
ignoring us over there. Come down there and say what's up. Yeah.
Always.
But it's good. I'm glad you do it. You'll be all right. You're gonna do fine. Okay, but it's gonna be new. You're gonna be nervous. That's why, but you're gonna be fine. Don't be like me. Don't run away.
Yeah.
What I mean by run away, don't ignore them. You're pretty good set on your head and your heart. Go through the challenges, and they're gonna come. But then after a while, and you get a little bit of practice with Ruby, but she's older now too. She's now a baby.
Yeah, yeah. So it's different.
She's what? She's 10 now, or
She's
something.
10. She's
Yeah.
10. So I guess I got practice in the 10-year-old range, but by that time they're older already, and they it's easier.
And Rachel, she knows all about kids too.
Yeah.
And then you got her
So I
mom
got
and
some
dad.
help. Got
Yeah.
practice with the dogs too.
With the
With Rocky
Rocky.
and
Oh,
Pebbles. Rocky might be harder to take
Yeah.
care though.
Rocky's more like a he's more like a nose guard on one football defensive line. He would be a defensive line dog right in front of the center.
Yeah. But if the running back run this way, he run that way.
He'll run to him.
Let me ask you these last couple questions. Just random questions. Your top 3 athletes of all time.
Top 3 athletes
Yeah.
of all time.
Your top 3 athletes.
Yes. First one, right off the top of my head, is Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
I used to always like him. That's one of the greatest athlete of all time. And I think what makes him special even more, besides talking smack and backing him up, just his charisma and all that in the boxing as an athlete,
Yeah.
he was a leader outside. All the challenges he went through and all that, he can go. When I say outside, he went to like Africa, Britain, London, and he's well known everywhere. He was a leader.
Yeah.
People all flocked to him to come and listen to him speak, and he was unreal. He's my top one.
Okay.
And Michael Jordan, a second one probably.
Oh,
I
Michael
love
Jordan.
basketball.
Yeah.
And there's so many to choose from, but if you're giving me this to choose
Just
three
three.
from, so Michael Jordan is another one. He's unreal. Everybody, not everybody, but plenty of people love him as an athlete. Another one, great leader, especially on the court.
Yeah.
Even off the court a little bit, but not as magnitude as Muhammad Ali, but he's still up there. And then the third one would be, there's so much to choose from. I would go with my high school one, Jack Lambert.
Jack Lambert.
Only because, do you know him?
I heard of him, yeah.
What position?
Running back?
What
What was it? Linebacker.
Linebacker.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah.
With my favorite team was the Pittsburgh Steelers before.
Yeah.
And they had the steel curtain.
Right.
Do you remember all those guys?
I heard of the steel curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the linebacker. Mean. You go look for highlights of him.
Okay.
This guy was on. Dick Butkus was another one. That's the kind of guys I used to read about.
Yeah.
And but I have a lot of athletes, but that would be my top 3.
Top 3.
And but now my team is Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas
Only
Cowboys.
because of your Uncle Mark, and I like them on top there.
You wouldn't put LeBron James up there? No.
Yeah, but LeBron James is, he's a great athlete. Very hard to
Yeah.
choose. Hard to choose the best basketball player or the
Right.
best athlete. I think the best athlete of all athletes is Muhammad Ali, if you think about it, for everything he's done,
Yeah.
including his besides being an athlete, but being a leader outside, a man of peace, a man of God, and the way he talked, like people that's just the charisma. People just came to him, myself included.
He's like a philosopher too.
Right.
All in one.
Yes,
Yeah, great leader.
So he's there. I would say him, and then after that, you cannot put. You have James Brown. You have Chamberlain. You have LeBron James. Of course, he's unreal too. I mean, I love all
There's
those
so many.
guys.
There's so many
Yeah.
athletes. What about best athlete in Hawaii? Of Hawaii,
Best athlete in Hawaii? Oh, of course, you.
or besides me?
Best athlete in Hawaii. I would go with and this is when I played with him.
Yeah.
Because I played in my time. I don't know who you got. You might be Manti Te'o and all that kind of stuff. I would say Blaine Geisen.
Playing Geisen?
Because of his leadership on the team.
Yeah.
And of how he was a leadership.
What he played quarterback, yeah.
Right. But then he went to safety. And then but not because of that. Not because of his athletic ability.
Yeah.
Which is good. Because of his leadership in there. And
yeah, I'll choose Manti, just who I watched growing up, and just see his size and his speed and what he would do.
But the Hawaii guys, I don't know, some guys might say that too. But
Tua's up there too.
Huh?
Tua.
Yeah, but see, that's more of your time.
Yeah.
But mine, and because I didn't play with them and everything too, so my answer might have been a little bit different. But when I look back at the top there, and I always look at his leadership and of how he directed the team, just his stature and all that. Blaine Geisen was one guy I highly respect. And
what is he doing? What is he doing now?
He's with Kamehameha Schools.
Yeah.
And he's kind of, I think he oversees the whole Kamehameha Schools.
Oh.
I forgot which position that is. It's kind of a high position.
Yeah.
And well deserved. And
that's
a great leader.
Yeah. Gotta check out Blaine Geisen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to because that's you wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, I only heard of the name. I never really heard stories about him and all that. But
yeah,
that's interesting. You chose him.
Yeah, you're talking about the island guy, that's right. Yeah,
yeah, the best athlete out of Hawaii.
But right now, I don't know. I'm just thinking of him and top man would be him.
Mm-hmm. It's great, but yeah, I think we've wrapped it up. We hit the time mark already.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
But,
I was kind of nervous, but I guess
you did good. Yeah.
No, I don't know how it's going to come out, but it's going to be this good. They got to know.
Any last shout outs you want to give to anybody, or I know you don't have social media or anything.
No, I don't. Yeah. Just everybody have it's 2024. Everybody have a happy new year. Hopefully that we all learn from our mistakes from 2023, and don't carry them over to 2024.
2024.
And my hope and prayer is for everybody's salvation. I mean, I know it's a touchy subject sometimes talking about God and everything, but that's who I know. And then you asked me a question, what I want to do for my last shout out would be for him because of where I am now. And you see how far I came, man. Whew, my goodness.
It's an amazing story. So I wanted to share it on this platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to be here. Aloha, everybody. Love you guys all. I mean, God bless everybody.
Yeah.
And aloha.
You can see my dad on my future skits. You see him on Instagram or even at the shows. He's doing. Sometimes he sells the merchandise.
Once in a while.
Yeah. Maybe if you compliment him, he'll give you a free shirt.
Oh,
so
easy that.
Just don't give him popcorn. Do not give him popcorn. He might ransack the place like how he did at Pizza Hut on University. All right, on. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Bam, bam, bam.
All right.